In this video, we will shed light on 6 things you need to look out for, not to be used in a relationship. You know, we don't small talk here. Let's just begin. Sign 1. Sun and Moon. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and genuine care. But sometimes you might meet someone who seems incredibly charming, showering you with affection. However, there might be a hidden agenda behind this charm. This person might be using what's called the hot and cold cycle to manipulate you. They become incredibly attentive and complimentary only when they want something, like a favor or an expensive gift. Once they get what they desire, the warmth fades and they become distant or inconsiderate. Their priorities shift based on their needs. They might prioritize spending quality time or having deep conversations only when they're feeling lonely or bored. Remember, true connection goes beyond temporary highs. Look for consistency in their words and actions. Someone who genuinely cares will show it through consistent effort, not just when it benefits them. Sign 2. The Drama Queen. Healthy relationships are built on trust and mutual respect. But some people thrive on chaos and drama. They might constantly create problems or arguments to manipulate you into giving them attention or control. This emotional roller coaster can be draining and leave you feeling confused and insecure. Here's how to spot it. Constant conflict. They might seem to pick fights over trivial matters, and any attempt at resolving conflict is met with resistance. Attention-seeking behavior. They might engage in dramatic outbursts, public displays of anger, or create situations that necessitate your immediate attention. Blaming the victim. They are always the victim in their narrative, adept at twisting situations to make you feel responsible for their problems. Remember, a healthy relationship should bring you peace and joy, not constant stress and anxiety. If someone consistently drags you into drama, it's a sign they might be using conflict to manipulate you for their own needs. Sign 3. The Foggy Future. Someone using you might create a sense of future potential without ever taking concrete steps. They might make vague promises or allude to a lasting relationship, hinting at commitment, but never following through with actions that build that future together. This is like dangling a carrot in front of you. They keep you hopeful without ever delivering. Here's how to spot it. Unfulfilled promises. They might express a desire for a committed relationship or hint at long-term plans. But when it comes to actually making progress or working towards those goals, they remain non-committal. Dates get rescheduled, plans fall through, and discussions about the future are constantly avoided. Lack of initiative. They might never initiate plans to spend quality time together or suggest steps towards a deeper connection. You're constantly left making the effort, unsure if they truly see a future with you. This lack of action speaks volumes. Remember, genuine connection involves mutual investment. If someone's constantly keeping the future hazy and avoids taking initiative, it might be a sign they're not as invested as they lead you to believe. Just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please consider like and subscribe, and thanks a lot if you did already. Moving on. Sign 4. The Paper Tiger. Someone using you might deliberately shroud your relationship in secrecy. They avoid public displays of affection and refuse to acknowledge your connection in social settings. This behavior is like hiding in plain sight. They might be using you for personal gain, like social status or temporary fulfillment, while maintaining a different public persona. Here's how to spot it. Social media. Silence. You're strangely absent from their social media profiles, even though they seem comfortable posting about other aspects of their life. Missing introductions. They might avoid introducing you to their friends, family, or colleagues, creating a clear divide between your private interactions and their public world. This secrecy suggests a lack of genuine interest in you or the relationship. They might not value your presence enough to integrate you into their social circles. Remember, a healthy relationship thrives on transparency and shared experiences. If someone consistently keeps things hidden, it's worth questioning their motives. Sign 5. The One-Sided Spotlight. A healthy relationship involves mutual respect and a focus on both partners' needs and desires. But someone using you might prioritize their own enjoyment in all aspects, neglecting your feelings or desires. This creates an unbalanced dynamic where you constantly cater to them without receiving the same level of effort in return. Here's how to spot it. Disregard for your interests. They might rarely suggest activities you enjoy or express interest in your hobbies or passions. Dates and outings revolve solely around their preferences, leaving you feeling unheard and unimportant. Emotional detachment. They might be hesitant to offer emotional support or show genuine concern for your well-being. Conversations primarily focus on them, and they might dismiss your feelings or struggles as unimportant. This one-sidedness highlights a lack of genuine care. Remember, a healthy relationship involves reciprocity and a willingness to invest in your partner's happiness just as much as your own. Sign 6. The guilt-tripped gambler. Someone using you might leverage emotional manipulation to get what they want. They might play on your empathy by guilt-tripping you into doing things for them. This could involve making you feel responsible for their happiness or using emotional outbursts to get their way. Here's how to spot it. Martyr complex. They might constantly portray themselves as the victim in situations, implying that your actions directly impact their well-being. This creates a sense of obligation to cater to their needs to avoid feeling responsible for their negativity. Emotional blackmail. They might resort to passive-aggressive behavior, sudden anger, or veiled threats to manipulate your actions. This creates an emotionally charged atmosphere where you feel pressured to give in to their demands to maintain peace. Remember, a healthy relationship involves open communication and respect for boundaries. If someone constantly relies on guilt trips or emotional manipulation to get their way, it's a red flag that they might be prioritizing their own desires over a genuine connection. Sign 7, or the bonus one, the borrower with broken promises. This manipulative tactic involves someone who constantly relies on you financially, yet makes little effort to repay their debts. They might borrow money for seemingly legitimate reasons, but struggle to follow through on their promises to return it. This creates an unbalanced dynamic where you're constantly subsidizing their lifestyle without any guarantee of getting your money back. Here's how to spot it. Frequent borrowing. They might have a habit of asking for loans, often for seemingly urgent needs. The amounts might seem small initially, but the frequency of requests can add up significantly. Vague repayment plans. They might offer vague repayment plans with no concrete timeline or effort to stick to them. The repayment date constantly gets pushed back, leaving you feeling frustrated and taken advantage of. Remember, a healthy relationship involves mutual respect and financial responsibility. If someone consistently borrows money without making a genuine effort to repay it, it might be a sign they're using you for financial gain rather than valuing a genuine connection. So, this is the end of this video. If you're subscribed, we will meet in the next video. And if you are not convinced yet, watch my earlier one appearing right of your screen.